It is a day 150 years in the making. It is Mother's Day weekend 2025, and the Nevada State Railroad Museum in Carson City is preparing for steam operations over the weekend. The annex doors are open, and 260 steam locomotive Glenbrook can be seen slumbering inside. After hooking up the shop switcher to the front of the Glenbrook, she slowly emerges into the early morning Nevada sunlight. She's polished up. A fire is put into her.
Oh, there you go. Big flame.
And the century-and-a-half-old beauty begins to show signs of life. After almost 3 hours of preparation and building up steam, Glenbrook turns her first revenue wheel of her sesquicentennial year. The Glenbrook first rolled off the shop floors at the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia in 1875 and was pressed into logging service for the Carson and Tahoe Lumber and Fluming Railroad. She's a narrow gauge locomotive, which means her wheelbase only has a width of 3 feet instead of the standard gauge of 4 feet 8.5 inches. The museum's mainline trackage for this reason is dual gauge to allow operation of both standard and narrow gauge equipment. Watch the Glenbrook negotiate this dual gauge S-curve. Notice how the narrow gauge track shifts so that the locomotive is always on the inside part of the curve on both sides of the S. After being retired in 1926 and sold in 1937 to another narrow gauge railroad as a parts source, the family that originally owned the Carson and Tahoe re-bought the locomotive and donated Glenbrook to the state of Nevada in 1943. Glenbrook was brought to the current site of the Nevada State Railroad Museum in 1981 for eventual return to operation, and after a grueling 34-year process, in which work was stopped and started numerous times, she was steamed up for the first time in 2015, and it is now the oldest operating Baldwin locomotive in the United States. Special events are planned for the Glenbrook throughout 2025 to celebrate her sesquicentennial and to help keep her operational for many more years to come.